Oh wow. 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 Holy, the highest point. The highest fucking point of this place. I'm on top of the world. On one of my days in Hiroshima, I decided to backtrack to the city of Okayama. Why? On my 1.5 month journey throughout Japan, I wanted to hit as much as I could, and one thing that really piqued my interest about Okayama was the Great Seto Bridge. A bridge that connects the Okayama region to the major south island of Shikoku, because it looked like an incredibly scenic viewpoint to chill at during the final stages of my long and strenuous journey throughout Japan. So after exploring the city area of Okayama, I did something the average person probably wouldn't have done, and take the train to a random town on the outskirts, almost in the middle of nowhere, just to see a bridge. But it was so worth it, even if things could have gone so terribly wrong again. Okay, kind of concerned because there's nobody here, but if I look at the map, it should say 5:59, last one. Oh hell no, this one's fucking late. I just had a thought, what if the car guy just doesn't come? Well, it's Japan, you know, I've experienced so many times in Australia back at home where the buses just don't even come. What if it like crashes some shit, dude? And like there's no way of me knowing, and like what do I do then? Oh, that's some strong coffee. I'm gonna need more than one sugar. But as we're in this glorious, glorious room for a last night tonight, it's a shame this room's so good. But yeah, today we are off to Okayama. Just to say I've been there, look, I feel like I've seen definitely not enough of Hiroshima. I'll give you that, I'll tell you that much. And it would be nice to, you know, stay here another day, see more of it. There's the pier area that I want to see. But, I mean, that stuff you don't need to see. I already went to Miyajima and saw that. And I still have some time tomorrow before I leave to Fukuoka to see some stuff that I didn't get the chance to see yet in Hiroshima. So I'll do that. But, you know, I gotta hit a lot of cities. Like, I want to just hit Okayama, just say that I've been there. So apparently the gardens there are top 3 in terms of Japanese gardens. And also there's the Great Seto Bridge, which looks insane, and I want to catch that. But yeah, it is 12. No, it's not 12. It's like 11, close to 11 a.m. Woke up at 10:30ish. I slept well. I don't know, the last few days, I've just passed out. At a certain point after like browsing social media, I just passed out on the phone. I didn't even brush my teeth yesterday, even though I stayed home most of yesterday. But yeah. Alright, see you out there. Ready? Let's go. I was noticing this last night, but this kind of shakes like as you go down and up. Beautiful day, my hotel. The bus overshot it. I thought it would just stop at Hiroshima station, but I missed my stop. unfortunately we're gonna get to Okayama a lot later than I would have liked to because of that mishap. But we're gonna get there eventually. And after a quick 40-ish minute bullet train ride, we arrived at the city of Okayama, which already looked pretty clean and nice. And then after taking the bus for a bit, we finally reached our first place of interest, the Gorakuen Gardens. But I can't get the bus thing. Oh man, you have to grab the ticket. Okay, so we're here. Kind of. Well, we're at the gardens. I took the wrong bus, but the right bus. We got to the gardens, not the castle. But they're around the same area. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. As I was on the Shinkansen, you find so many like cool looking houses in the countryside that look very traditional. The builders, they build like the traditional Japanese. But yeah, the bus system is weird. Like, for some reason my IC card didn't work, and well, the first bus I thought I had no more money, so I just used cash. You have to grab a ticket, and then on the screen displayed it shows you how much money the fare is, and the fare adds on each time, each station it passes. I don't take the bus often, don't blame me. Like, I always use IC cards on the buses back in Tokyo, Kyoto and all that shit, so paying with cash is different. But the bus drivers are pretty flexible. You don't have to. If you have the money, you don't need the ticket, right? Like, if you forget to take one, if you forget this, if you forget that, you know, but there are 2 holes to put the coins in. The first time I put the coins in, I think the hole that gives you change in case you don't have enough, because you need to pay the right fare. So that's one thing to keep note. Oh, this looks nice. I don't know what that says, but what the hell's going on here? Oh no. Whoa. Ah, baseball. This looks really nice though. What is that? I want to see how many tourists I see today, because I don't think a lot of people stop by Okayama. It's definitely not known to be a stopover, but I'm just here because I want to just say I've been here, you know, just cover the lands, the thorough lands between Hiroshima and Osaka. Of course you have to pay, of course. And so begins our Okayama Castle visit. First though, we had to pass through the Gorakuen Gardens, which costed 640 yen for both in a bundle. I'm unsure whether or not you can just go to the castle and not the gardens, but in my opinion, for this place, you can't go to the castle and not go to the gardens, as the 2 places kind of go hand in hand. The feudal lord at the time ordered the construction of the gardens in 1687 for entertainment purposes and receiving important guests. See the castle over there. Looks pretty glorious. And as you can see here, the gardens was a very chill place to admire some traditional Japanese architecture and garden landscape. As like I said earlier, this place is one of Japan's 3 great gardens, with the other 2 being located in Kanazawa and Mito. Why were they so great? Because they're considered to be the most beautiful and traditional. And there's a great scenic outlook in this place which you can climb to, which overlooks the whole entire stunning garden area. Unfortunately though, during the time I went, which was mid-March, it was just after winter, so it didn't look as beautiful as it could have. The grass still looked a bit dried out, and there was no blooming plum trees, which I heard was what this place was known for too. So there weren't any hints of beautiful pinkish red. It looked very barren.
I do not trust this one bit. This shit is fucking dodgy as fuck. Get whiffs of shit every few seconds or minutes. But this is a very calming spot. There are a lot of tourists. Of course, because this is the main attractions of one of the main attractions of Okayama. Can't see the castle. I thought I would be able to. Also, this is apparently the cherry blossom grove. But as you see, no cherry blossoms, not the season yet. As you can see.
A bit of a shame. I didn't enjoy the garden area as much as one should have, so the time of season is important. I also heard this area, as well as the castle I'm pretty sure, were bombed too, but were recreated pretty similar to back then as they still had the blueprints. And speaking of the castle, as we exit the garden area, we were already greeted by it. I also saw a cafe, restaurant, and a place to rent small boats by the side, but I was only interested in the castle.
Aye. There's a castle over there.
Which is 100% a must visit if you visit this city. I loved how since Okayama isn't on a lot of people's radars, that meant it had a very chill environment and there weren't a whole lot of people as well. The castle grounds felt like a more informational and educational experience compared to my recent castle experiences in Hiroshima and Osaka. It was also pretty scenic as well. But wait till we get to the actual castle.
Lol.
It's crazy seeing how much less people were at this one. I'd say probably 80% less than Osaka Castle and 40% less than Hiroshima's if I were to guess. And the castle area was extremely clean and the castle itself looked much more modern than the mentioned castles I went to. This wasn't only limited to the exterior but also shown in the interior, which you'll soon see. Right now. Which, like all the other castles we went to, we were able to learn about the history of the place. Which if you see right here, look at that. It's crazy to see what the place looked like back then from a bird's eye view, because now, as you saw, most of those structures don't exist anymore. But anyway, the more you see of this place, the more you will see how modern this place looked. Apparently this place was burned down in a fire in World War II or something, and then reconstructed in 1966. I don't know if it got refined a bit after that, but the interior looked as if it got reconstructed in like the early 2000s. Definitely the most modernized castle I had been to after traveling all throughout Japan, which showcases a lot of traditional Japanese interior designs as well as the samurai culture, which was fascinating to walk around and see. Experience wise, I feel like it was probably better than Osaka Castle and Hiroshima Castle, since it felt a lot more new and clean, as well as there being hardly anybody there. However, one thing I was hugely let down with was that there was no open observation deck. You were able to see 360 views, but your view was kind of limited with the glass pane and the wooden infrastructure. But oh well.
Alright, we got something. $4.50 for something that looks cool. Fortunately, we didn't get anything in Nagoya. Didn't see anything worth getting over there, which is unfortunate, but oh well.
So that was it for my Okayama Castle area experience. Okayama is a place not a lot of people will go to, just because there's not too much to do compared to the other cities in Japan. But if you ever come here, the castle area is a must, and all added together, probably took me around 50 minutes, just less than an hour, to explore the places, which actually isn't that long at all. And during my walk around, I did see some tourist groups which was pretty surprising to me.
That's a great little area. I don't think it beats Osaka Castle, but it might be close to Hiroshima Castle. But still, I think worth doing if you're ever here. Kitty cat. Oh, kitty cat. Oh man, I'm hungry, bro. It's crazy. I need energy to go. There's a lot of things to do at Okayama. I don't have a lot of time here, but as long as I see some things, I'm happy. As long as I can say I've been here, I'm happy. I mean, it has a lot of similarities to a lot of other parts of Japan, but still some unique features like the roads, the streets, etc.
We then went somewhere to eat because we were hungry and found a very traditional Japanese ramen shop nearby that was alright. I mean, it definitely was far from the best I ever had, but funny thing that I remember that I unfortunately didn't record was that there was a husband and wife who, I think they said they were from Australia or something, just like me, and they were chatting with the owners and practicing Japanese with them and saying, oh, it was delicious in Japanese. I was like, okay, buddy. Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's pretty good. $11 for a tea and ramen. Didn't break the bank at all. Wasn't the best ramen I ever had. Definitely not. Wasn't superb. It was alright. But I just needed some food in me. I just needed something in me. I was feeling it. I need some energy. Damn right. It looks like I'm gonna be waiting 23 minutes for the bus. Because it comes every 30 something minutes. What the fuck? Okay, so I think I'm just gonna walk there because I think walking there is more worth it. Yeah, it's only 19 minutes to walk to the station. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna take the train all the way to the Great Seto Bridge just to see it. I think I really want to see the bridge. I think it's one of the only bridges I'll be able to see. And it'll be cool seeing like a bridge that connects to the bottom big island of Japan. What's it called? Let me see. What's it called? Kagawa? Tokushima. Yes. I don't know if I'll see it during the sunset, but I don't intend on getting back too late either. I mean, there's many different shrines to do. There's many temples, but I've seen a lot of them. I'm kind of getting temple shrine fatigue. Also, I think I don't, like, some of them take a while to get to, so I don't think I have the time to, you know, I'll be back home really late. And I don't want to do that, you know? I want to have dinner. Like, I don't want to just cheap out and buy cup noodles again. So, I don't think I'm going to see the sunset at the bridge. We'll try to see it, but either way, I mean, it's going to be raining cloudy anyway, so I don't expect to. That looks very nice.
It was a great idea not to take the bus because it was fun just walking around in a new city.
Bro, if this was any other city, it'd be packed, like the popular ones.
And after a bit more of a walk through the city and seeing some of the unique pothole designs of this city, we finally made it to the station to head to the Great Seto Bridge.
This place looks. This one, Kojima Station.
特急券あります。
Kojima.
And as you saw, I had a bit of trouble finding the train to get to where I needed to go because you had to take it to the small town of Kojima and then take a bus for like 30 minutes to get to where you needed to go.
It's a full blown city. I don't know that. This is cool. Middle of nowhere. Again, kind of. The train or bus is in 20 minutes, so I don't know what I'm gonna do meanwhile. Here we go. Is this the one? I don't actually know.
4:30. Yep. It's much cooler here. There's no one here. It's pretty empty. I expected it to be a lot of people, but I guess I'm the only idiot going to the middle of nowhere just to see a bridge. But hopefully this will be worth it. It is cloudy though, and it looks like it's gonna rain. If you can see, like it, but this is the only day I can do it, and also I'm glad that the rain got pushed back, because they said like it was gonna rain the whole day today, yesterday. The weather is so inaccurate, but now it says it's like 6 p.m. It might rain, but oh well. I just realized I don't have a lot of time. I thought I had more time. For some reason I saw it wrong, but I get there around 5:10. The last bus from there back to the station is 5:45, so yeah. Whew, cutting it close, but soon after the bus came. Initially there was like no one on the bus, but then we get to a place called Washuzan Highland, which was like an amusement park, and a few more people jump on. But none of them stop at where I was going. Oh man, this reminds me of Kobe, in the middle of bumfuck nowhere almost. But hey, at least this experience will help any of you if you are wanting to visit, so you don't go in blind like me, which is a bad idea. But as you can see here, we were already able to have views of the bridge on our way to our stop. Something about small city bus drivers that are just so kind. I wasn't able to record, but they were always on like the phone talking and shit. Huh. I don't have a lot of time at all. See? The bridge is just there. You can't really see it too clear though, but there's like nobody here. It's good for me because I can record as much as I want, but I have a very limited amount of time. Any machine toilets? Actually, I have an hour, but that includes travel time from here to the station, you know, and back, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. Upstairs. More people up there. See, they say it takes 13 minutes to get up there. 30 minutes to take photos. I'm set. I'm all G'd. You know, this was one of the places that I was like, hey, you know what? If I ever go to Okayama, I have to go here. Because the bridge looks spectacular. It would have been great to see it during like sunset and at night because it glows a bit. But unfortunately, the last bus is at 6. I don't know why these buses, small town buses, man. It seemed like most people, the locals, drove here, and only I was brave enough to come here by myself. Damn. Right, this is sick. But despite it being kind of risky, me going to unknown locations by myself, not knowing the situation at hand, going in blind, I still survived. And it was only once I got here where I was incredibly glad I had the courage to go. I do not have a lot of time at all. I just saw the first observation deck. Now I'm on the way up here to the second one. You can see the other side from here. The place, formerly known as the Washuzan Observation Deck, has 3 different observation decks. Washuzan is like a mountain peak, and the further you go up, the more insane views you uncover. Alright. Damn, and there's no one here? Oh my god. Damn. Let's go up here. Oh wow. Wow. Holy, the highest point. The highest fucking point of this place. I'm on top of the world. Out of all the countless observation decks I'd been to in my 50-day-ish journey from Seoul to across all of Japan, this was definitely one of the best. It did feel kind of eerie since I was there by myself and almost nobody was there, but it's times like these that I just live for, and made me proud of myself for the bravery I've shown this trip. It's crazy how this place is free. Yes, you have to pay the bus fare, but oh my word, this is like one of the best observation decks I've been on. Especially because there's no one here. There were people here. This is a very tight space. So, that's where I came from. And this is where I am now. So those who don't know, the reason why this place is so iconic is because this is one of the biggest bridges in Japan. And it leads to an island. Tokushima, I think it's called. I'm not actually too sure what it's called. But it's the island that I'd say a lot of tourists neglect, you know, because it's not in the usual route, right? And I didn't even know that island existed, you know. It looks like an art piece with the fog. Obviously, it looked much better without the fog, but it looks scenic, very, very nice. Was it worth? Look, it took from Okayama, which is the closest major city. From the station at least, it takes an hour and 30 minutes because you have to wait for the bus. Is it worth it? It depends what you want. For me, someone who likes shit like this, I would say it's worth it. You know, it's one of the rare, it's one of the most iconic the bridges in Japan, I think. Because, you know, like I said, the other one is the Awaji Bridge from Kobe. But this one, I don't know. I kind of made up this statistic that it's the biggest. So it probably is. But, like, it stands, right? There's so many, like, big islands, right, in the middle of the bridge. And then beyond, like, you can't even see it right now because of the fog. Like, it's not that island. Beyond all of this, like, even more tight, like, there's, like, the bigger island. So wish I could stay here for much longer. Like, I would stay here for until sunset if there were still buses, but the last bus is in 20 minutes, as you can see my setup right here. Taking some bomb ass photos before I leave, just for memories, you know. I don't get the people who don't take videos much when they're traveling, or photos. Because when you're older, I've always had that experience. Like, when I travel and then after, like, when I travel, I'm too nervous or too shy to take a lot of videos, especially out in public. I'm like, later on, a few years, I'm like, damn, I remember that point in time. I wish I had that on video or something. That's why I have 3 fucking cameras with me this trip, and take as many videos as I humanly can. This was so worth it. Like, actually seeing it in person is just something else. Like, incredible. Plus the fact that there's hardly anybody here, especially on a weekday. This is very, like, far from a spot. So yeah, unlike Dotonbori or any of the tourist spots, if you come on a weekday, not a holiday, and when the weather's not that good, apparently it's raining soon, it looks spectacular right now. But oh my god, dude, you're so close to it. I need to head back now. I don't want to head back. This view is too fucking good. But I don't want to make the same mistake of, like, missing my shit. And I don't know if I can take a taxi back. So, gotta take that last bus, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Next time, like, recommend you guys, if you're ever in Okayama, stay there a couple of nights. It is pretty off the beaten path, I think. Like, Okayama's not a city most people would go to. In fact, I wouldn't
I would go to it again because I wasn't here for long. But if you ever have the chance, squeeze it into your next trip. It is hard, and I think there's definitely more to do than Okayama, like definitely better cities. So, you know, you don't have to. But if you're ever in Okayama, this is a must visit because this is an insane scenic spot. Like, and it doesn't take long to climb up. There's like 3 different observation decks, a low, a medium, and the highest point. Yeah. Should have left earlier. I don't know why, but I checked last night that there was a train, there was a bus that left at like 7, like there were still later ones. But I guess I checked wrong, and it was like the next morning. I guess I checked wrong, so yeah.
And after a successful trip to the Great Seto Bridge this day, it definitely made my visit to Okayama much more memorable. And as you can see here, the big island of Tokushima, or Shikoku I think it's actually called, is just beyond those foggy clouds.
Definitely don't think Okayama is one of those cities you visit on your first time. That's fine, you know. But if you're like me, and you're someone who's traveled over, you know, wants to travel over all of Japan, like a lot of people do that, right? Do what I do. But they might have different interests, right? This video is just to show you guys, don't sleep on Okayama. At least this part is fucking insane, right? But also, Okayama's city looks nice. There's a lot of temples and stuff. I didn't go to any of the temples or shrines. Some of them looked really nice. The castle was also cool to explore. While not one of the best I've been to, I'm not gonna lie. It was still nice to walk around and experience the city. And, you know, this not being such a big tourist city, you'd imagine the stuff to be cheaper. Like the bus fares are cheap. The bus fares start at 120 yen. Whereas in Hiroshima and Kyoto or Osaka or whatever, they're like 220, so. I just looked at the maps and it says like, I nearly got like fucked on again. Like it says 55 minutes to walk, which 55 minutes isn't that bad. You know, I was like, oh, maybe if I stay here, I'll just walk back. But here's the problem. I'm not getting fucked on again. You've seen the stuff that I've been through. If you haven't, go. Because I've been through some shit. But there's literally no road to walk back. It's just cars. Okay, kind of concerned because there's nobody here. But if I look at the map, no, I don't look at that one. Look at this one. It should say 5:59. Last one. Let me look at this side. It's in a loop. So it's like a loop that goes around the loop, a loop. Somebody's key. This is risky if I take it. I kind of want to. But look at how dirty it is. Bro, it's rusty and shit. Holy. Like that ice cream one I took from Yokohama. If it was better quality and not like this fucked on, like it looks so fucking dirty. It looks like it's been here a while. Look at the rust. Feels clean, I'd take it. Oh, hell no. This one's fucking late. The other one that took me was early. Look at the time. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 5:59 already. I just had a thought, what if the fucking card guy just doesn't come? Well, it's Japan, you know. I've experienced so many times in Australia back at home where the buses just don't even come. But this is once an hour, so it should come. But what if it like crashes some shit, dude? And like there's no way of me knowing, and like what do I do then? Fucking hitch a ride? Yeah, sure, buddy. Oh, walk back? Yeah, no, dude. Did you see? I didn't show you the road, but the road was so sketch. It was sketchier than the road I said I wouldn't walk down in Kobe. And you know, where it's just cars. There's no pedestrian. It's just cars, and it's so tight. Oh yeah. Like, oh.
I got kind of nervous, but 5 minutes after the scheduled time, the last bus came. If it didn't, that would have been a whole nother story. But we made it back to the station, and before heading back to Okayama, I just decided, you know what, screw it. Let me just buy my bullet train to Fukuoka now. or Hakata, as the station there is formerly known as, and what the ticket machine showed as. I've been doing this every time before I leave to a new city just to save myself the hassle of doing it on the day, in case you didn't know. And I did have a rail pass, but I'm not going to get into that now. You should know that at this point. But it was time to leave this interesting small city that I was there for a very short amount of time. But the first thing before heading back to Hiroshima was to eat something at Okayama. This might have been one of the only times I ate at a station in Japan, which housed many delicious eateries. One place I saw which served some tasty oyakodon that had a line, and the staff were kind enough to let me know that it'd take a while, but it actually didn't, as we were seated within a few minutes, and I had some extremely tasty oyakodon with karaage chicken and some soup.
That's a problem with not having my bag strap, because the straps are too flimsy. It's not showing you the interactions, but yeah, that was really good food. But the lady there was like a robot. That food was very good. It cost me $12. Didn't break the bank at all. I don't know how. Some places are cheaper than others. I'm yet to figure out which ones and how though. I think the less touristy spots by the station, it really depends. That I feel like should have costed more, but maybe it's a city.
Welcome.
I then purchased my ticket back to Hiroshima and hit the road after filling my stomach up with some warm energy.
Alright. Could have stayed here longer, but just figured I might as well just head back, just because I need to pack some stuff and I'm already kind of tired. Don't get me wrong, I would love to stay more, but I feel like it's more fun when you're with a friend, because peer pressure. So you guys are like, oh, let's go to the club, let's go to the bar, let's have some drinks. That's the one problem with traveling solo. It's like you're more hesitant to do those things, but when you're with a mate, it's so much easier to like decide to do that kind of stuff. It would be more fun that way, but I find that too. Sometimes I resort to eating like junk food or whatever. Yo, can you shut up? Can you shut up, please? Please, I'm trying to record, please. I don't know if you guys can hear me right now. Dude, this guy's singing now. Like I said before I was rudely interrupted, bruh, there's also this car, I'm surprised. There's like literally no one here, which is so sick. But yeah, gonna miss you, Okayama. You were pretty good. Yeah, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Whatever I was saying, you guys probably understand what I was trying to say, so. I think I love coming to these small, this isn't even a small city, but it's definitely not under a lot of tourist radars. Is the fact that there's hardly any tourists, hardly any people, not just tourists, but just people in general. Like, if it was Osaka Castle, it'd be like 2.5 times, even on like a weekday like today. A lot of people don't come to it, so it's more chill, more relaxed, which I like.
But all good things come to an end, and it was time to leave. And when I got on the Shinkansen, there wasn't a single soul. Late at night was still pretty surprising, coming from Tokyo and Osaka and even Sendai and the rest. Seeing so many people even at night on the Shinkansen there to now. Man, it felt surreal, coming from the north in Sapporo with the cold and the snow and the busyness, to now in the south with warm weather and less busy overall. Incredible and surreal journey, seeing both worlds. But after a tired ride back, we finally made it back to Hiroshima.
started raining here. Look at how fucking awesome it looks though, but like look at how awesome over there looks. Fuck. We're back. My room is a fucking mess. I bought some stuff. Boom, chakalaka. Vitamin. We got some peach. Alcoholic. I don't even know. Alcohol makes me sleep good. Okay, like I can't do what I did in Kyoto. I have to remember not to take caffeine late at night or like past dinner. Otherwise, sometimes, not all the time, I just can't sleep. Don't know why. But alcohol, however, helps me sleep. So yeah, we got some yogurt too. I don't know why. I mean, everyone performs differently when drunk, but I assume it's the same. When I have a lot of drinks, I just feel very, very tired. Like legit, every time I get to a point where I'm tipsy, like that last night in Korea, in Seoul, I just get back home and I legit just pass out. But oh my word, you can't see it right now, but I showed you before. This view is fucking insane. This room is fucking insane. I love it. It's dirty mess right now. I need to pack. Probably take a shower, pack. Tomorrow we'll see more of Hiroshima before we head out to Hakata, or in other words, Fukuoka, but the station's called Hakata, or the place is called Hakata. I don't know why. But yeah, we're heading there. Our train is at 3. Now, tomorrow we could see more around the Bay Area. There's a Bay Area of Hiroshima that I didn't get the chance to go to. There was a hotel that I almost booked that was in that area, but I was like, it was too far from the city, so I didn't book there. I could go there, but I think I'm just going to save my energy. I can't be bothered anymore. It's not unique enough to go. So we'll just see some stuff we missed around the atomic, like the actually going inside the museum. Hopefully it's not as packed as Saturday was. And there's one more other stuff I missed there. So we'll experience more of the Hiroshima, the sad part, the emotional part of Hiroshima, because that's what it's known for. And we'll head out to Hakata and maybe do something at night around there. So yeah, last time I'm moving cities. What an insane journey, but see you tomorrow.